to the video. Before we begin, if not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload. Comment your little heart out. And most of all, please enjoy. Now back to the video. Kids have always loved the idea that their dolls are alive. When you're a kid, these guys are real. Dolls are symbols of childhood and innocence, but what happens when such an object becomes an instrument of evil? Child's Play was about a toy possessed by the evil spirit of serial killer Charles Lee Ray. Chucky lived on in sequel after sequel, eventually getting horribly scarred, married, had a child, and got his own TV show. Chucky joined the horror elite with Jason, Freddy, Michael, with a sense of stylish menace that captivated fans. So let's try to reboot that. This is Child's Play. Kinda.
You've got a friend in me.
But first, a word from today's sponsor. Castland's new Buddy line of high-tech dolls, like Cabbage Patch dolls with more potential, way more. Buddy can play games, hold conversations with you, keep you company, kill things, and wirelessly control any device. For some reason, Buddy can learn from his surroundings, and using AI, every decision Buddy makes will be safe and legal. Buddy dolls are always sold with the evil switch taped over, so no more oopsies. Buddy also has cloud-connected cameras and microphones, which should scare you. Buddy is your last lifelong companion, until the next model comes out or this one kills you. Buddy, if you don't buy one, a Buddy will find you soon enough. But things at the Buddy factory aren't as cool.
Hey! Mưa mắm nữa hả? Tao cảnh báo mày. Mấy lần rồi.
In retaliation, a worker disables all the safeties on this Buddy doll. It just takes a few keystrokes. So any kid with a USB cable can override this stuff too? Imagine the modding market. He makes his quota with enough time to take a short walk off the roof. I bet they still make him come in tomorrow. Aubrey Plaza is Karen Barkley. She works at Zmart, which I guess is kind of like Kmart but still exists. She has a creepy maintenance man and a precious son named Andy who wears a hearing aid. He'd rather play on his phone than make friends with the weird randos hanging out outside.
Look, 2 kids standing in the rain.
Loser. Mom actually sends Andy out into the night to make friends and maybe pick up a nice heroin addiction. Karen takes a return of a defective Buddy doll, and Karen talks to the manager into giving it to her so she can give it to Andy. So let's unpack this for a second. She's giving a broken or defective toy to her kid. This is how you get put in a home later in life. Andy walks in on Mom and her boy toy, Shane. Ugh, that's the face of childhood trauma right there. Andy tells his mom that he's out with friends when he's really sitting in the hall on his phone. He meets his neighbor, Detective Mike Norris, an adorable cop played by Brian Tyree Henry. I like this actor, he's not nearly in enough stuff. It's obvious Andy sucks at making friends, so Karen decides to give Andy an early birthday present, the defective Buddy doll. Isn't Andy a little old for this? In the original, Andy was 6. This Andy is twice as old. Playing on his phone is probably normal. I think he'd probably rather have a PlayStation. So they boot up the Buddy doll. He imprints on Andy and takes on the name Chucky. Instead of the voice of Brad Dourif, Chucky is now voiced by Mark Hamill. Why does this version of Chucky look like he needs sleep? What made Chucky work before was his innocent face contrasting the murder. This Chucky looks like he's seen some things. Once they sync Chucky to the cloud, setup is complete. Fill out the warranty card, install the app, and get ready for years of microtransactions. Chucky doesn't work very well. It was returned for a reason, so Karen feels kind of bad. But Andy insists he's happy with the gift. That still doesn't keep Karen from fulfilling a few kinks. Chucky seems to work well enough. He can at least walk on his own and critique art. He also comes with a theme song.
You are my buddy until the end.
I don't think the Black Eyed Peas auto-tune this much. Chucky also starts learning new skills. By the way, Shane, Mom's boyfriend, is a total jackass.
He's just an asshole.
Well, the cat scratches Andy in Chucky's presence, so you know where that's going. Psychopaths always seem to start with the animals, don't they?
You can't hurt people. It's not cool.
Andy actually makes more human friends because of Chucky, Fallon and Pug. The first thing they do is teach Chucky to freak out Shane. Then some idiot kids start teaching Chucky how to stab. Well, better he learns it here than on the street. Chucky also seems to be pretty impressionable with the horror movies. Tipper Gore tried to warn us. This is why they don't give Furbies arms. Chucky records everything he hears, so he starts replaying Andy insulting Shane.
Such an asshole. Such an asshole.
You hear that?
Such an asshole.
He deserves it, though. He turns down homemade cookies. So Karen locks Chucky in a cabinet, but Chucky gets out and sends the cat to live out on a farm. What? He was curious.
Asshole.
Chucky keeps replaying Andy insulting Shane, making it very difficult to pee. And this makes Shane get abusive to Andy, which Chucky witnesses. Noted, Andy. Noted. Chucky follows Shane home to his actual family. Oh, Karen's the side piece. He's clearly disturbed. Who the hell takes down their Christmas lights without unplugging them? Sure, it helps him see what he's doing since he's doing this at midnight. That alone raises more questions. Chucky messes with the ladder and Shane falls and breaks both legs. While he's helpless on the ground, Chucky feeds him to a rototiller that peels his face clean off before Chucky stabs him. So close to making it look like an accident. Chucky brings Andy a gift, and I'm kinda impressed he included teeth and eyes. Most psychos would leave those out. Andy's friends help hide the evidence. See, Mom? Andy's making friends. Get off his fucking back about it. They gang up on Chucky, and I think they rip out his arc reactor? They throw him out in the trash, where he's fixed up by the creepy janitor. He's installing a functional fleshlight, isn't he? Karen finds out about Shane having a family and being dead. This guy looks like he could actually use a friend like Chucky, but it's not meant to be. He's just gonna sell Chucky on eBay anyway. But Chucky wants to be with Andy. And this guy also has the building wired up with hidden cameras, sliver style. Chucky gets loose and starts screwing with all the smart devices, but nothing beats a good stabbing. Chucky gets the guy over the table saw, which Chucky turns on. The saw blade is extended way too high without a guard. They really wanted to kill this guy with the table saw. Chucky corners Andy in a store, being all possessive and shit. He will not be ignored, and he starts streaming footage of Shane being dead. He's 12. He's lucky that's the only footage Chucky is sharing. Andy gets in a fight with another boy, who now seems to own Chucky.
Andy, where's your hearing aid?
What? Chucky's reign of terror continues when he takes control of a self-driving Uber and kills the cop's mom. He could have made this look like another accident, but again, he finishes with a stabbing. This extra effort paints Andy as a psycho. I don't know what his plan is here. If Andy gets arrested, he's going to be taken away from Chucky, and Chucky's not going to be taken to prison with him. I don't know, maybe they'll have conjugal visits. Andy also gets blamed for the cat.
Tell me what happened to Rooney.
It was Chucky!
And of course, nobody is going to believe a killer doll story. He makes his case by wrecking the TV. Karen takes Andy to work with her because that's allowed by every employer ever. Tonight is a big sales event for the new Buddy dolls coming out. So lots of late night victims, shoppers. The case against Andy looks dire, so Norris heads over to arrest a child. Andy's friends show up.
We need to get you out of here.
It's Chucky. He's here.
Ride or die. They know Chucky is up to something and they've got his back.
Come here! Get the fuck!
Detective Norris is taking this a little personally. Careful, he's got acorns. Chuck kills the poor guy in the buddy costume, and he bleeds all over the kids, so there's pandemonium and dry cleaning. Chucky takes over the store because even this old Kmart wannabe is on the cloud. Chucky entertains the crowd with some PowerPoint while he sends in razor-bladed drones. I know blades aren't aerodynamic and wouldn't function as propellers, but just stick with me. The building starts locking down, so most of the survivors slip out, while Chucky takes control of more toys. They make a werewolf version? Andy's friends rescue him from Team Jacob, but when they're about to escape, Andy sees Chucky has Karen all tied up. He doesn't want to risk his friends getting hurt, so he goes in alone.
It's my fault. Andy, all this happened, okay?
Final showdown time. Chucky wants to kill Karen, so it'd be just the two of them. I don't think he thought this through. Chucky had better get a job. Chucky's about to hang Karen from a forklift and cut Andy open, but he's easily distracted by his theme song.
On my body until the end.
And then he shows him some real police brutality.
My best friend!
Karen's now hanging by her neck, while Andy tries to cut her down. Don't struggle, you're only making it hotter. Andy finally ends this toy story. Fake out ending, but Norris gets to shoot somebody.
This is the end.
That's the line. It's just been revoked would have been a better line. I just realized. Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Pointless? Yes. Actually, Mama Bear gets the kill shot. And then the kids go Office Space on Chucky's remains, probably destroying valuable police evidence. Of course, the company denies any wrongdoing, but still issues a recall. There's a hint Chucky might live on in another doll, but that's for the sequel.
A friend till the end.
And that was Child's Play. The original Child's Play was a straightforward supernatural horror, the doll possessed by the soul of a serial killer. The remake takes a different approach. Chucky is now an AI-powered toy that malfunctions. Actually, it's not fully malfunctioned, it's doing what it was apparently designed to do, but it was limited and prevented by doing that with software.
Yep, here's your problem. Someone set this thing to evil.
This shifts the horror from supernatural to techno-thriller, addressing contemporary fears about technology and AI. Chucky's character was more sinister, with a malevolent personality driven by the soul of a killer. In the remake, Andy's older. The remake also adds less interesting secondary characters while kind of flattening the main characters. Chucky in the original is an iconic, disturbing blend of a child's toy and a ruthless killer. He was driven by a ticking clock to take over Andy's body or else be trapped in the doll forever. This one is obsessive and lonely and weirdly theatrical. He's more like Wahlberg in Fear. And I just don't see this guy pulling Jennifer Tilly. The 2019 Chucky, voiced by Mark Hamill, is different. While Hamill's performance is strong, he just kind of misses that sinister edge of the original Chucky.
You just can't keep a good guy down.
I miss that dual voice, the normal, innocent toy voice,
I'm Chucky.
and Chucky's human voice, which comes out when shit's about to go down.
I've spent too much time in this body!
The new design of the doll is much less creepy than the original, kind of off-putting. Still awesome puppet work. Don't get me wrong, I love Mark Hamill's work. No finer animated Joker there is. And I'm not knocking his interpretation of Chucky. Turning a supernatural monster into a literal toy kind of ruins it for me. Even with all the computers, robotics, and AI, this Chucky is ultimately only a toy. He wasn't struck by lightning, he didn't have weird chemicals spilled on him. We're supposed to believe everything he's done, he came out of the factory capable of doing, prevented only with a software setting. How about not giving him those features in the first place? I think the military would probably love these things. When I was a kid, I had a Battlestar Galactica Colonial Viper, where the missiles were supposed to shoot, but they couldn't because some kid shot himself in the eye. I, of course, modified it so it was able to shoot, and then I lost the missile within the hour. Anyway, not the point. The whole climax in the store, giving so many witnesses to toys going crazy, kind of undercuts the whole thing where he was trying to make Andy look like a killer. He just provided evidence that Andy's innocent. The differences in the supernatural and the technological terrors just wasn't doing it for me. This movie has the same problem I had with Small Soldiers. I could not buy the technological advancements in these children's toys. This level of AI and robotics would price this thing out of any kid's Christmas list. I also could not accept how a toy would be programmed how to operate a car and use every single device, things a child should not have access to. All kinds of things a child should not be able to control. I could buy the magical, supernatural aspect much more than a toy set to evil. This Optimus Prime can transform, cool, but any kid should be able to dropkick that thing over the backyard fence if he pulled a knife. Sorry, Optimus, Child's Play is 2.5 Bs. The remake offers a modern take on the story and updates the concept to address contemporary fears, but it doesn't fully capture that sinister charm and the simplicity of the original. Nothing beats the OG Chucky, and by association, Jennifer Tilly. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, the bell, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Turtles!
Thank you.